Hey guys, how's it going? Spinosaurus the King here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the full story of the Ingen's version of Spinosaurus from Isla Sorna that appeared in Jurassic Park 3, so let's get started. So the Spinosaurus, as we all know, wasn't on Ingen's list, and neither was the Ceratosaurus, Corythosaurus, and Ankylosaurus. They were cloned illegally by Dr. Henry Wu and a few Ingen soldiers back in 1999. When making the Spinosaurus, something went wrong in the DNA sample. However, guys, the next thing I'm about to say is not 100% confirmed due to no one confirming this on the Maserati terminal or the Dinosaur Protection Group or just anything in general. But I'm going to say because, you know, I already know that's the case. But so, obviously, something went wrong in the DNA sample when creating the Spinosaurus. What I think happened is Dr. Henry Wu made a mistake by accidentally putting Spinosaurus DNA with Baryonyx DNA, which would explain why the Ingen's version of Spinosaurus looked quite different than how the Spinosaurus actually looked in real life. The reason why I know the Ingen Spinosaurus has Baryonyx DNA is because it has the same tail and the same claws and the same bipedal legs that the Baryonyx had. Now, for the crest on the Spinosaurus's head, the reason that they look different is because, you know, in Jurassic Park 3, no one knew what the Spinosaurus's crest looked like or how big the Spinosaurus actually was. So they took an estimate of its size and the crescents. So for all you people who say the Spinosaurus has Allosaurus DNA because of the crescents, I'm just going to say that you're 100% wrong. The only reason they did that is because they didn't know what it looked like. So it showed no signs of having Allosaurus crescents on him. Anyways, if you're wondering the exact size of the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3, it was 14.3 meters long and 7 meters tall at the top of the sail, which is slightly less in length than the real-life Spinosaurus due to the real-life Spinosaurus being 15 meters long when fully grown, but the Ingen Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3 was a lot taller than the real-life Spinosaurus due to the real-life Spinosaurus being only around 5 meters tall at the top of the sail. I'm not going to mention the name of the person who said this, but a little while ago, I had an argument with someone on whether the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3 was a juvenile or a fully grown adult. All I will say, it was guaranteed a juvenile since he was only 2 years old in Jurassic Park 3 because Dr. Henry Wu made this dinosaur in 1999 and he wasn't even 15 meters long, he was 14.3 meters long. So I personally believe that the InGen version of Spinosaurus would definitely be a lot longer than 14.3 meters long when fully grown, due to it being a slight hybrid of Spinosaurus and Baryonyx. I gotta say, I think he would probably reach a height of 9 meters at the top of the sail and 18 meters long when fully grown. So as you can see, in Jurassic Park A New World that I made with Patrik and a few of my other friends, we made the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus much stronger and taller and longer than he was in Jurassic Park 3 since he was 100% not fully grown in that movie. Rexy was fully grown, but in the first film, but keep in mind, she was 5 years old, and even the Indominus Rex wasn't fully grown in 2015, and she was actually older than what the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus was when the movie came out. She was 3 years old because the Indominus Rex was born in 2012, and she wasn't considered a juvenile in Jurassic World, but she was considered a sub-adult, and Rexy was a fully grown adult. So since the Indominus Rex is older than what the Spinosaurus in the movie, then the Spinosaurus was definitely a juvenile because of the age and also the size. So to all you people who think the Spinosaurus was fully grown in Jurassic Park 3, like a fully grown adult at the age of 2, and for what the size it was, no offense, you're definitely an idiot if you think that. Like, really, like, I have to be honest. You are, like, you don't know what you're talking about if you think that's the case. Also, I also personally believe that the InGen Spinosaurus would definitely kill off the Indominus Rex if both of them are fully grown. Because think about it, the InGen Spinosaurus, when fully grown, would probably weigh 20 tons and it would be around 9 meters tall at the top of the sail. And it would have massive long arms with massive claws. And we all saw how aggressive and how tough it was in Jurassic Park 3 as a juvenile. So picture him as an adult. He would kill a sub-adult or even a regular T-Rex in probably 10-20 seconds, not even, because he killed a sub-adult T-Rex as a juvenile in 30 seconds. Like, I understand that the Indominus Rex fought a bigger T-Rex, but don't forget Rexy was old at that time, And on top of that, the Spinosaurus didn't fight a fully grown T-Rex, but it was pretty close to being fully grown. And on top of that, the Spinosaurus was a juvenile. And I do believe that even the Ingen Spinosaurus would kill Rexy even as a juvenile, just because of how fast he killed the JB3 T-Rex. But yeah, I know for a fact the Indominus Rex would put up a good fight to the Ingen Spinosaurus when fully grown, but there's just no way the Indominus Rex, even with the smartness, is capable of taking on the Spinosaurus when he's in his prime fully grown. Because the Indominus Rex's weight is not confirmed, but it probably weighed in and around maybe 10 to 12 tons. I doubt it weighed 15 tons. Maybe at the most it did. But anyways, that's my point, is that the Ingen Spinosaurus is a lot taller, longer, has bigger, sharper claws, stronger arms, and he's just a lot more powerful, and has, he even had more fighting experience since he lives on Isla Sorna and there's more dinosaurs on that island. So there's all my evidence that the Ingen Spinosaurus would definitely kill the Indominus Rex, unless they fought in a jungle environment. Maybe the Indominus Rex would win in a jungle environment because we saw the Spinosaurus wasn't able to move around fast in the jungle, but the Indominus Rex was, because it's a lot smaller and it can camouflage. But if they fight in an open field or a jungle where there's not too many trees, or in the water, then the Ingen Spinosaurus would definitely win. But I do acknowledge that the real-life Spinosaurus would not be able to kill T-Rex, Carcharodontosaurus, Giganotosaurus, or Indominus Rex. I do admit that. Now, another person I know, which I won't say the name of because I don't want to cause any problems, thinks that the Spinosaurus, besides the Baryonyx DNA, it has Suchomimus and Velociraptor DNA in him. This is honestly hilarious. Think about it. We all know the Suchomimus had a dragon-like sail. So how does a Spinosaurus have Suchomimus DNA in him? When the sail barely looks different than what the real-life Spinosaurus exactly has. If the Spinosaurus had Suchomimus DNA in him, the sail on the Spinosaurus would look a lot different. And even the mouth frame, the mouth frame of the Ingen Spinosaurus looks like Spinosaurus and kind of Baryonyx in there too. But there's no way it had Suchomimus DNA. That is just ridiculous. Whoever says that, you're just so wrong. This person even also said that the Spinosaurus has Velociraptor DNA in him, which I could laugh at for the rest of my life after hearing this person say that. Bro, Velociraptor DNA. The Spinosaurus would look way different. It would have toe claws probably. It would have a different face, and it would be a lot smarter than what it was in Jurassic Park 3 if Dr. Henry Wu put Velociraptor DNA in there. So, bro, Velociraptor DNA. I'm going to be laughing for the rest of my life at that. So as you can see, if you think the Spinosaurus has anything else besides Baryonyx DNA in it, I'm just going to say you are completely damn wrong on that. It's just the facts. It does not have anything else. Maybe it had frog and bird all the other dinosaurs had, yes, but the only other dinosaur it's definitely fused with is Baryonyx because of the bipedal legs, the tail. Now the sail of the Spinosaurus in 2001, I say it looked like that just because they didn't know what the sail actually looked like. Or maybe just when they fused it with Baryonyx, it made the sail kind of a little bit more bumpy because Baryonyx kind of a bumpy back. I don't know. But it definitely didn't have Suchomimus DNA because the sail would look way different than what the real-life sail looked like on Spinosaurus, and also what the sail looked like on the Ingen version of Spinosaurus. But one thing Dr. Wu did on the Simon Masrani Terminal website, he wrote an email to, I think it was Vic Hoskins or Simon Masrani, talk about the accident he left behind on Isla Sorna. And this email was in 2003, and he talked about mixing different genes problem. But also it is possible that Dr. Henry Wu actually was trying to make a Baryonyx, but ended up with a Spinosaurus due to him by mistake confusing the DNA, and he mixed Spino and Bary together, and then it would made my all-time favorite version of Spinosaurus. I don't care if it's not accurate. It always will be, no matter what, my favorite design for Spinosaurus. I respect and acknowledge that the new Spinosaurus is accurate, but I still hate it and I will never like it. But I will no longer talk bad about the new Spinosaurus just so I don't get hate. Anyways, that pretty much sums up the story about the Ingen version of Spinosaurus, the whole history of how it was made, born, the accident, which is all pretty interesting. Now, the last we ever heard about the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 was him roaring and walking away from being burned in fire. Now, is he still alive? And will he return in Jurassic World Dominion as a fully grown version of the Ingen Spinosaurus? Let's just say I hope so. And I know a lot of other people would agree with me on this and also disagree with me on this. But anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on the full story of the Ingen Spinosaurus created by Dr. Henry Wu in 1999? I think this accident that he left behind on Isla Sorna was by far the best accident ever made due to how badass this Spinosaurus looks. I don't care if it's not real. It's badass and more powerful than the Indominus Rex 100%. And it's definitely the most dangerous land carnivore in the franchise for sure. Anyways, leave your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Before I end this video, I'd like to thank my YouTube team, Patrik, Cauan, my 2D animator, David Church, my director, BK Go Crazy, my Spino buddy, Zane Chiller, my first friend at Jurassic Park community on Instagram, Anthony Ellis, my drawer, GEM as James Edward Macdonald, my YouTube reactor, Spinosaurus Boy, my comedian, and Sarthak Sharma, my best friend in real life. Also, one last thing, if you're interested in Spinosaurus the King merchandise and other offers I'm selling here is what I'm currently selling on my Patreon. A t-shirt with one logo of my merchandise is $40, and with 2 pictures it's $50. A 5-minute YouTube discussion video a day on your choice is $15 a month. 2 deleted scenes a month of previous animations is $10 a month. A cameo of your very own character getting eaten by a dinosaur of your choice and upcoming animations is $5 a month. And cheapest is $1 a month donation to support my content here on YouTube. If you're interested in buying any from me, the link to my Patreon will be in the description. All people who join my Patreon will receive a shout out at the end of every video I upload. Last one is custom Photoshop pictures that I make for either your thumbnails on YouTube or just for pictures you would like to use. I charge $5 per every picture. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you're ready for my next video on YouTube. Leave a like, post a positive comment, rate and share my YouTube channel with all your friends and family, and please do the exact same for my YouTube team, and have a great day everyone.